We all think we know WhatsApp, right? It's for family, for friends, but what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if its real power is actually for your business? Today, we're digging into a report from Virtualization Options LLC, a technology advisory firm from Colorado that specializes in helping executives, people who aren't necessarily tech gurus, understand what's next. And they're making a pretty bold claim that this everyday app is now an essential, secure, and shockingly powerful tool for running a company. So let's break down why.
All right, let's kick this off with just one number, 2 billion. That's how many people are active on WhatsApp every single month. You know, this isn't just some popular app anymore. It has become a global standard for how people communicate. And when a platform gets that big, yeah, you've got to take a closer look.
And that really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. I mean, we trust it for our personal lives without a second thought, right? Planning get-togethers, sharing family photos. But can you take that same exact tool and use it for serious work, for team projects, for secure communication, for actually moving your business forward? Well, the short answer is absolutely.
So if you're going to make the case for WhatsApp in the boardroom, where do you even start? Well, it begins with its biggest, most obvious strength, its sheer, undeniable reach.
Just look at these numbers. They paint a really clear picture. 2 billion users across 180 countries. It's on 99% of smartphones. Now, if you're an executive, what does that mean for you? It means there's no friction, none. Your clients, they're on it. Your partners, they're on it. Your employees, they are definitely on it. The network you need is already built and waiting.
And this huge network is not locked down to just your phone. Your team could be on an iPhone, a big desktop computer running Windows, or even just a web browser. It doesn't matter. The experience is exactly the same. All your chats, all your files, they're synced up everywhere. That means nobody ever gets left out of a conversation just because they're using a different piece of tech. It just works.
Okay, so we've established its massive reach. Let's move on to the next piece of the puzzle. How do we go from just being on the platform to actually getting more done? How does WhatsApp make your team more productive?
This is where you have to kind of shift your thinking a little bit. We're all so used to it for casual chats and, sending memes. But the report we're looking at points out that in a business setting, those same simple actions completely transform. That casual group chat, that's now your project command center. Sharing a photo? That's now sharing a critical blueprint or design mockup. It's all about using what you already know how to do for really important, business-critical stuff. And what's great is that WhatsApp gives you simple ways to manage all this. Think about all the noise you deal with every day. Well, you can pin a chat, and boom, your most important conversation, maybe with a top client or your own leadership team, is always right at the top. You can star a specific message, like a key metric or a deadline, so it's like a digital bookmark you can never lose. And archiving? That just cleans up your inbox so you can focus on what matters right now. It's really about cutting through the chaos. So what about getting information out to people fast? We've all forwarded a funny video, right? It's easy. But in business, that same simple action is all about speed and agility. Imagine you get a critical update from a client. You can instantly shoot that over to the entire project team with just 2 taps. There's no friction. You don't have to stop and write a whole new email. It's just instant knowledge sharing.
And file sharing is huge, obviously. But we're not just talking about sending photos here. We're talking about the real workhorses of business, PDFs, spreadsheets, big presentations. The report really hammers this point home. WhatsApp can handle large files. So you can send that entire financial report or a massive design file without getting that dreaded attachment too large error from your email.
All right, let's talk about what might be the biggest concern for any executive thinking about this: security. I mean, if you're going to talk about sensitive business matters, you have to know, really know, that those conversations are private. The Virtualization Options report is crystal clear on this. I'm going to quote it directly here. WhatsApp utilizes end-to-end encryption to protect the privacy of your messages, calls, and media. And that's the whole ballgame right there. This security isn't some feature you have to turn on or pay extra for. It's the default. It's built right into the foundation of the app. So what does end-to-end encryption actually mean for your business? Well, think of it like this. The second you hit send, your message gets scrambled into a secret code. And it only gets unscrambled when it arrives on the other person's phone. Nobody in the middle, not hackers, not even WhatsApp itself, can read what you wrote or hear what you said. It's like your digital office has an unbreakable lock on the door. And that security also means you have total control. You can use disappearing messages for really sensitive info, so it literally vanishes after a set time. If you're running a group, you get to be the gatekeeper. You decide who gets in and who's allowed to talk. And of course, you can mute or block anyone to keep things professional.
Bottom line, you are in the driver's seat of your own communications.
But it's not just about sending messages anymore. WhatsApp has evolved. It's got features now that plug directly into how you do business, turning a simple chat into real action. Let me give you a couple of really powerful examples.
First up, integrated payments. In a growing number of places, you can literally send and receive money right inside a chat. Just think about that. You close a deal with a supplier, or you need to collect from a client, and you can settle the invoice right then and there, in the same conversation. That just strips out so many steps, reduces all that friction, and gets cash moving faster, all inside one app.
Second, and this one is an absolute game changer if you do any business internationally. Automatic, real-time translation. The app can translate messages as they come in. So you can be typing in English to your partner in Japan, and they'll read it in Japanese, instantly. Then they reply in Japanese, and you see it in English. This one feature just erases language barriers. It makes working with people across the globe totally seamless.
Okay, so we've looked at the massive reach, the tools that help you get work done, and the rock-solid security. So what's the big picture? What's the main takeaway for an executive?
Look, the real strategic advantage here isn't any one of these things. It's the powerful combo of all three of them working together. You get that incredible global reach to connect with pretty much anyone on the planet. You get productivity tools that your team already knows how to use, so there's no learning curve. And you get that ironclad security that protects your company's secrets by default. It's the whole package.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. In today's world, instant communication isn't a luxury. It's a requirement to stay competitive. So the real question is your team speaking the same language that 2 billion other people, including your customers and your partners, are already fluent in? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.